the police or the government, the network that they are using, if other networks are already switched off, use the same network that the government is using because they can't put themselves offline. So if you can do that, let us keep mobilizing people and let us keep on the spaces. Guys, we believe in each other and I know we can do this. I want to thank you so much, Gillian, and the rest of the team that are working on this. But the diaspora, let's keep supporting everybody at home, those that are on ground to do the work, and we'll achieve this. I want to thank you so much. I'll keep in the background. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next speaker, please.
Thank you, Jelani. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you. First of all, just a 2 seconds moment of silence for the kids whose lives were cut short today by this brutal regime of William Samoei Ruto. Like, I'm still shaking from the time I saw the videos or the pictures until right now. Angelani, I know your emotions right now. I can feel you. I'm a mom, so I know what you're going through, how you feel, and your emotions are all over. I just want to thank you also, give you your flowers right now for hosting even this space with your mental state right now. Yeah. And again, to emphasize on my brother who just spoke before me, Marvin, Uganda, thank you very much. Africa, we are Africans and Africa is our business. So the time they switch off our internet in Kenya, we are pushing it from outside the borders. The hashtags, yeah, Ruto must go, we are pushing it. Yeah, we've had speakers here who are speaking and they've not even pushed the hashtag. Even one time I go on everyone's page all the time. Yeah. And I look at them who are speaking and I'm like, are you with us or are you just a crony? Because cronies have been sent here to listen to us. Matter of fact, maybe we are even live at the status right now. Yeah. Which is okay. They should know how we feel in the ground. And we are the ground. And before, Jelani, you asked, what can we do? Because, of course, going to the streets, of course, it's tough to see someone brain just spatter on the floor. It's tough to see children like that. But there are very many ways of being disobedient, civil disobedience. But for example, this weekend, what we are doing is we are not giving any, even clergy members, platform to speak. Let them preach the gospel to themselves, because they are the first people running to the State House and leaving with brown envelopes and coming here calling us children. Before, they were all mute. Now, when things have escalated, they are here calling us our children. No, religion will not mix with politics. Either they are religious leaders by themselves and not in the pockets of William Samoei Ruto. Yeah. So this weekend, we're not listening to them. No spaces in funerals. We are not listening to them. We are boycotting anything they say. We can resist Safaricom. What the fuckery they're doing to us, we should resist those people. Yeah. And I'm glad Elon Musk is going to put Starlink at some point. Yeah. We will fund it. Let him bring the 45,000 one. We will fund it. Yeah. People say, oh, of course, you guys are in diaspora, so you think you can say anything. Yes, we can, because I am first Kenyan. Nobody will ever call me a German. Even if I hold the passport, I am black as they come. Yeah. No German will ever meet me in the street and be like, oh, you're my people. No. Yeah. The Africans will look at me and like, are you my people? So yes, Kenya is my business because I am Kenyan first. Yeah. So we are interested in our politics and for good governance, because even if we come here and earn money, yeah, if I have 100 people who depend on me back at home, I can earn millions if I want to, but then I have to support another gang of people who have nothing there. Yeah, with good governance, those kids can go to school. With good governance, we can be thinking about educating people, like the civic education that someone said. We can set up good businesses at home to support people, and we can come back to a functioning economy, to a country. Yeah. So again, I insist, the power belongs to the people. Yeah. And we need to question our leaders with boldness. Yeah. This is not time for divide and conquer. That is why you see hashtags again at 4 in the morning saying, oh my God, I think now State House is a bad idea, guys. But yesterday was a good idea. We were marching in millions on the streets. And those 230 wankers, Ruto's cronies, passed the bill and laughed at all of us. Yeah. Only for their boss to go and say, you know what, I think I'm going to agree with the masses, and then they clap. Sorry, we are not fools. I mean, somebody like Oscar Sudi didn't even give us Kenyans the respect of cramming his um he's sworn in, being on the swearing in, his lines. He was just shitting on all of us. He shat on all of us and said, I don't have to cram this English. You guys are motherfuckers. I have money right now in my pocket, and these are the kind of leaders that we do not want. Yeah. We are never going to allow that ever again. Let it, right now, we are applying more pressure. Yeah. I know people say, oh, we should move back. And I think about this. Yeah. But move back until when? This is the time. This is when they are killing our people. This is the time they're killing our children. This is the time they're killing youth. And they're flying their children out of the countries. Yeah. Mark you, nobody's child you'll see in the streets. Yeah. And I'm not saying only Ruto, I'm saying the political elite, all of them. We do not have any business of talking with Babu Owino, yeah, in any forum, any public appearance, when we have clear video evidence that you shot somebody. Obado, do I need to mention Baraza? Do I need to mention the other one who shot two on a motorbike? Yeah. Why do we allow this? Why do we allow this? Is it because we are so poor that the little we are given, we are just happy with that? No, we need to question this. So we need to have a bold move. We are starting with not giving them a forum to speak. Ruto has to go home. He has to just see that nobody wants him in Kenya. How it's gonna happen? How we're gonna find the next leadership? That is not our business right now. Right now, our business right now is to apply pressure and tell Ruto, we do not want you. We do not want you as our president. You and your Rigathi, and they should not tell us that they are beefing. These are the same tricks they use. Uhuru Kenyatta and Ruto were beefing for 10 years. Yeah. And then he became president, and then he said, oh, but he was looting. But you were in the government with him. This is the same script that they are using with Rigathi to tell us that, oh my God, right now Rigathi, I'm in Mombasa, and the other one is in Nairobi. Oh, even what kind of leadership is that? I mean, if you are leading a country, then you come and do a joint statement together with all leaders and be somber and say, oh my God, even lie to us. Oh my God, we're so sorry that 6 people were killed. But he just said, yeah, 6 people are dead casually, as if 6 people is just a small number. 6 people is also is such a big number. Yeah. And lie to the whole nation. But anyway, that speech wasn't even for us. That speech was for IMF motherfuckers also, for them to listen and to know that, oh, maybe he tried. So Ruto spoke to us the day before. That was him speaking to Kenyans. That is exactly what he meant. So we need to show these leaders that there's no day we are allowing them to be driving expensive cars, and kids and Turkana don't even have proper schools. We are never going to allow that. Never, ever again. It starts with Kenya as an example. It spreads across Africa. It spreads across the whole world, and then will be respected, even from the West. I work here, and don't you worry about us, guys, here. We are donating and also applying pressure from this side. Those jobs you're being told that you're going to come and do in Germany, the way he was saying, I'm going to send people to Germany. Like, guys, let me tell you, do you know, guys, Germans don't speak English, yeah? So you have to learn German in this country first to have a good job. So all these people, and I'm sorry, no disrespect, if a lot of people here, German people, and you can also second me on this. Either you come and just do like these dirty jobs, then that would be fine with you. But who wants to be a doctor in Kenya and come and do a nursing job in Germany? No one. You'd want to work as qualified as you want. That is what you want to do as well. So let's not be tricked with this. Ruto is not doing anything for us, and him and his 500 cronies need to go home. About the judiciary, if they will help us, we don't know, because he's bought the judiciary, he's bought the clergy. Yeah. So even men in church, we cannot even trust them. Yeah. So right now, either they are on our side or in his side. Nobody is sitting on the fence. Nobody is saying right now is not a time. And I know people are tired. And trust you me, I can't even look at the pictures. I was myself thinking, I was like, you know what, Mabel, for myself, I need like maybe an evening, just not go on Twitter, not look at the images. Maybe then I'll sleep better. But I'm thinking like, no, I do not need to sleep better when children are being shot on the streets of Nairobi. Nobody is having peaceful nights until we solve this problem by the name of Ruto. Yeah. So that next time, let it be a lesson for the next leaders that are coming in. Yeah. Young and old, because we will need a balance of experience and new leaders, emerging new leaders. We'll let it be an example that when you occupy any governance position, you are supposed to be a leader and not a boss of people. This mambo ya calling people mhesh. Start calling them by their names. Who is Mheshimiwa? Excuse me. Who are you eshimuing? Yeah. We are calling them by the name. I don't want to hear anybody calling them mhesh. Mhesh kitu gani? Mhesh, and you're looting all the public coffers. Mhesh, and you're feeling your bellies are bulging and people are dying of hunger. Yeah. Hospitals are not functioning. I'm sorry, Jelani, I know you need to go. But anyway, thank you for your time. We need, guys, the hashtag Ruto must go. Everyone just continue plugging it. So even if they try to shadow ban us, we still plug it, and Twitter will revive it. We are writing Elon Musk. We are seeing it from other countries, so don't worry. It's still it's getting the world's attention. So thank you very much, Jelani. I'll drop my mic now.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
That is chaotic, please.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Mine isn't a lot. This is the first time I've raised my hand in a space because of those pictures of the kids from today have just shaken me to my core, honestly. Like, yani, unaingia Twitter, unaona mtoi akona bullets just through his back, and I feel like today has been one of the longest days of my life, to be honest. Like, today the saying for the love of money is the root of all evil, it made sense. Because, like, yani, all those MPs and the political class that is behind Ruto saw him do that to children today, and no one stepped down from their positions. No one decided to speak up. Like, do they have no conscience? Like, yani, unaona mtoto, like, there was that video of the guy carrying the kid on the motorbike. Like, if that doesn't shake them, I think these people are just like very heartless. And honestly, like, my first suggestion is just to boycott everyone who benefits from that political class, from the politicians to their families to their businesses. I don't think they deserve any of our attention and any of our empathy, because literally their lives are funded on the blood of Kenyans. And then another thing I wanted to point out is they seem to be targeting areas that are very close to like universities. So like there's Juja, there's Githurai, there's Rongai. They're going for places where there's a lot of young people and a lot of poor people. Like, are these people children of a lesser God? Like, you want to tell me that kid didn't deserve to live? It just hurts. It hurts so much. And I think they're doing this to make us fear and to make us cower. And I know a lot of people said, we need to regroup and not feel angry. I think we should retain the anger, because that's how we forgot what he did in 2007. I think we should stay upset. I think going forward, even if the revolution doesn't work right now, like 2027 is not that far away. I think we should remain as angry and as vindictive as we possibly can. But also, I have like a few suggestions. I think last night what we saw happening on the timeline was after he said, okay, fine, I'll reject the bill. Like, we didn't have a very big cause to rally behind. So I think we did like another big one. And I'm supporting those people who are saying we should go for the IEBC one. And I think it's going to help us, first of all, install people who could actually vote to tangibly impact the government if our protests don't work. So if we could have it, focus also on the IBC, that would be great. And Sabasaba is coming up. I feel like the symbolism of circling it around that day would also be pretty great. But that's just a suggestion, honestly. I just came here to rant and say it's just not right how they treated people today. And they've stained their entire history. Even if any of them has ever done something beneficial for the country, the fact that they stayed silent while we had to look at videos of children and young men and women being killed and abducted, it's just so cold. You have to be heartless to do that. And I know they're definitely here listening. Like, how can you watch that and then go to church and pretend to be religious? Like, do you really serve God? Do you have a heart? Your children who are there knowing you are profiting off of that, do they not call you out in your own houses? Do your friends not call you out? Like, you're just that comfortable with other Kenyans dying because they're children of a lesser God. Is that what that is? it just feels so unfair to be subjected to watching this and to have no respite because parliament has been bought. It feels so hopeless, and I think that's their goal. So I really honestly, I don't have many coherent suggestions. I'm just so mad. But I think we should, by 2027, I feel like members of parliament should be afraid of disappointing their constituents, because we now vote on policy and we now have long-term memory, and we saw what they did to us when we asked for better. And I want to close with this. I know they keep insisting on getting a leader because they want to dismantle the movement, but I don't even think we need a leader, because we're just asking for good governance. So why do you need us to have a leader to come tell you to do your job, to do better, to stop wasting our money? Like, the insistence on a leader is just to dismantle the movement, and that's the discord they sowed yesterday. We're just asking them to do their job, and they should. Yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you very much, Chaotic. For people in the room, we are closing the room in a few minutes. Jelani is very tired and the day has been very crazy, so we're trying to honor that. Guess we're going to go to Miriam, then Lominen and Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. First time on Spaces ever, and I'm so happy I joined. So I have to say something, but I'm playing the devil's advocate here, so bear with me. So we what all these people, the last people who spoke, Nenda Tunikitik. So we do need a cause, we need a focus. Look at it this way. If we went back to history and were looking at Hitler, like from what we know about Hitler, he had one aim and he went and pursued it the same way we pursued the bill and it was dropped. We had one cause, we followed it through, and we were able to rally behind a cause. I feel like from yesterday and today, we still don't have a cause, not necessarily a leader, but a cause. Just one cause, and we rally behind it, because that will also, working backwards, it's going to help us get the right the things that we need to do. So if it is like the Ugandan, I'm sorry, I've forgotten his name, the way he was saying, if you have a cause, we can now decide, let's go and storm this place or this other place, like that. So back to Hitler. So if you were to observe him outside your body and you're observing Hitler, you would see that he's not going to, it's morality won't work on Hitler. He won't be like, okay, yeah, why would you kill our children? Why would you do this? What do you expect? Of course, he would be like, what do you expect? So he's doing his thing. It's black and white for Hitler, right? It's not morality, it's not negotiation. He knows what he wants, he's going for it. So I feel like if we, I gave you guys a caveat. If we spend our time just wishing they were doing things differently, we won't go far. What we need to do is preempt them. So an example is the things they are doing right now, playing reverse psychology with us. Like I was talking to a driver today in a matatu and some old women here. The two statements they made, you guys, they managed to change people's minds. And the people I'm talking about are the majority. It's not the people here in Spaces, it's people outside here. The people who will be like, oh, it's okay, let us lose steam. He dropped the bill, he managed to convince. Those mind games, they convinced people. So what we also need to start doing is noticing what he's doing, preempt him, and then counter that. The second thing I wanted to say was, so get behind one cause. Be able to talk to everyone, like not just talking amongst ourselves in Twitter. Talk to whoever you're talking to, change people's minds, and tell them what's really happening, because something is happening. There's a guy with a cause and he's going for it. And the third thing was what I've written. Let us not lose steam. We cannot start talking about 2027. It is far. It is far. From today to 2027 is very fucking far. So if we keep having Spaces every day until 2027, we will lose steam, one. Two, if the Hitler thing happens, he will keep killing your kids. Like I was gonna say, if I were him and I was listening to you guys and I noticed that you're getting disheartened because your kids are being killed, I will continue killing them. I won't stop, because I'm noticing say they're losing steam because of this one thing. So I'll keep perpetuating it. So it's very important for us to balance. There's someone who said retain the anger, retain the upset. But I don't know how. I know how. Like, try to balance the cause. Be firm. There's a way, actually, I'm a coach and there's something I teach. Like, be able to balance the parts of your mind that you work with. It's actually a possibility for a human to be able to fight, to fight for a cause, but still stay upset. There's a balance that's needed. It requires wisdom, but that's what now I'm calling out for all of us to do. Because if anger, negativity, fear is an Achilles heel. If we stay in that, that's where he will hit, and he'll keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. And finally, we will lose momentum. Similarly, the last thing I'll say, similarly, it's the same thing with media, and all of you know this. Something, if it's perpetuated, you keep seeing it in the media, you start believing it. So if we keep perpetuating, yes, it's good to see the kids being, the things that are happening, that's all good. But if that's the only thing we are seeing, we will start believing it. Our minds will switch, and they'll start noticing, even Divokuko, we must be losing. Because I saw that discussion about has Ruto won against us, and I'm thinking, what the hell? It can't be like that. We need to have more causes. We need to show our minds more winnings than losing, than losses. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Miriam. Oh, Ruto hasn't won anything. We're still on course. We might look like we don't have a plan, but we are what I call they seemingly disorganized but organized. So we are coming. We are regrouping. We have our eyes on the prize. So go ahead, Elizabeth, please.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you. I'm not Gen Z, I'm Gen X, but I am glad to be here with you, and I just want to be a bit of an encouragement this evening. I sense a bit of dejection in the space today. But first, it is okay to be disheartened and sad and completely dejected when you see loss of innocent life. It would be you wouldn't be human otherwise. And so it is okay to feel that way. But on the other hand, I think it is also important to hold on to the outrage and the anger that continues to characterize our political space. And therefore, I just want to offer the young people in this space a little bit of encouragement. You have done far much more than you imagine. I don't think you have appreciated what you have done over the last couple of weeks. Let me be specific. One, we have taken back the church. As of this evening, the NCCK was talking about denying politicians platform in churches. We need to maintain that momentum and take back the church space. It is not a platform on which we need to be, we can continue to be demeaned. So we have taken back the churches. You have taken back the churches. That is a huge milestone. I do not think you appreciate how huge that is. The second thing you have done this week is you have demonstrated that we can exercise our power directly. And you walked to Parliament and did just that. So you are powerful. So what you also got the government to back down on a punitive tax bill. Those are no mean feats. So as we go forward, yes, there will be moments of dejection, there will be moments of fatigue. Rest if you must. Breathe because you must. but forge on, for it is your future and your lives that you're securing. The lady who said we must keep the politicians off the pulpits, more power to you. We must do that. Now we need to re-energize, and to re-energize, we need to find the next target. My advice to you is let's find the next target and work towards that next target. I have a few suggestions for you. One of those is we need IEBC. The bill for the constitution of a new IEBC was passed in Parliament, I think, last week. Should have been signed into law. It has not been signed into law. That could be a new pressure point. Why do we need IEBC? Because the next suggestion I have for you is we need to recall the National Assembly, the entire National Assembly, because you need to continue the pressure and the momentum of making sure every Kenyan understands what representation is about. And recalling the National Assembly, whether they voted yes or no, is an important demonstration of the fact that we cannot have an august house that does not function, does not carry out its function. You have recognized that. That is why you occupied Parliament. Now get the corrupt people out by recalling them and reconstitute Parliament. That does not need Ruto to be out of office. It can be done while he's in office. Then put pressure for him to get rid of his cabinet, because it is packed full of inept, corrupt, arrogant, clueless fellows. I will end there and allow you to think on it. Remain leaderless. Remain focused. Remain fearless. But pick specific targets, work towards those targets, and move on to the next. Slowly but surely, you will chip at the big, huge monster of bad governance and re-establish what you need, which is good governance. Thank you very, very much for the opportunity and allowing me to share this with you. Thank you, Jelani.
Oh, thank you very much, Elizabeth. We're counting on people like you to be on the ground speaking to the elders and people of your age, just to remind them that we have something going on here, but we do need your support big time. Thank you. Lominem, please.
Can you guys hear me?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. First and foremost, I want to condole with every family that has lost a son, a daughter, a child. Since we started this course last week, I want to condole with them. I want to say, may the soul rest in peace. First, secondly, I'm from Rongai, and I didn't happen to watch what was going on because I was in town. I was in Kenyatta National Hospital donating blood. So when I came to Rongai, I found that people are demonstrating, but they are on a far end where I do not live. But upon reaching to my apartment, I had a lot of gunshots, something like that. Then I went to a nearby road and I met some people who are on that particular side. Let me share this. We have lost many children in Rongai, and this is because there were peaceful demonstration. But then there are some goons who meander between the peaceful demonstrators, and they started to steal people's property. Walianza kuharibu vitu za watu, wakaanza kuiba mavitu ya wanabiashara ambao walikuwa wanauza vitu hapo kwa barabara, vitu kama hivyo. Kulifikia mahali walikuwa wanapigana na maaskari, wakashika askari wawili, wakawapiga na baadaye wakawanyang'anya hadi bunduki yao. Na mmoja alipojaribu kutoroka na bunduki, ndio hapo sasa maaskari wakaanza kushoot. Walipokuwa wanajaribu kushoot yule ambaye alikuwa ametoroka na bunduki, some of the children walikuwa pale na wengine wakafa hapo. So hivyo ndio kulienda kulingana ile ripoti ambayo nilipata kwa wale ambao walikuweko pale. Na
umejua wangapi wamekufa? Umejua ni watoto wangapi wameumia?
Na kwa sasa mimi najua tu ni ambayo watu wamekufa ni 4 ambayo walipelekwa hospitali iko pale, sijui naitwaje, lakini ni hospitali Kenya Women I think. So far I know 4, but I think there are many, but I'm not sure of that. I've not gotten that information. So first, we people from Rongai, tumestuka sana, na maombi langu ni kwamba we continue with the course, but kuna wale ambao wanatumia course yetu vibaya. Kuna watu ambao wanajoin kwa course yetu, wanajifanya hawa ni Gen Z na hawa ni wakora goons ambao wametumwa kutuharibia lengo letu na ambaye kitu ambacho tunataka kuachieve kama Gen Z. Na mambo mengi nimekubaliana na Elizabeth ambaye amesema we need to have a course on what we are going to do, on what we want to achieve. I agree with the IBC issue. I agree with the dissolve parliament, but there is this one thing that we should also do. We as youth, we should not lose focus. Tufanye mambo yetu kwa amani, tufanye mambo yetu ili watu ambaye serikali iangalia kwamba wananchi wa Kenya wamekasirika na kile ambacho kinaendelea hapa nchini. I'm very happy. Kama kuna mtu ambaye mjui, KDF, deployment of the KDF will help us to achieve our cause, because those people are very peaceful, friendly, and they will never shoot someone or anybody who is demonstrating peacefully. Those people are very good. Na tutamaza course yetu. I'm very happy. Waleta hata KDF wote waweke kwanza kwa Kenya, kwa sababu we will march anywhere we want with them, because they will not shoot us unless tumeleta rapture ndio watashoot, because they don't use tear gas, au wanatumia bunduki. So I'm very happy with the people, with the team that the team that are doing these spaces, the team that are demonstrating. I'm very happy. Let's continue with that, but tukuwe na kitu ambayo tunahitaji. Tukuwe na course, tukuwe na lengo letu kwamba tukuwe na hii, kama vile tulikuwa na let's occupy parliament, and we did that. Let's do this, and we did that. Now, I also request that anyone who can go to any health facility and donate blood, please, there are many people who need blood. So ukiwa mahali ukipata time yako, fika kwa any health facility around the country. Kama uko na uwezo wa donate blood. We save life of those people who are injured, those people who have lost a lot of blood. Please, that's my last submission. I request you guys, let's do that. Thank you very much.
Asante sana.
Thank you. Thank you, Lominen. I would like to close the space. But before I close, I wanted to ask, do you guys think we could take 3 days of national mourning next week? Like, we would just stay home. There wouldn't be any protests or any marches anywhere. People would just stay home. Hakuna kuenda kazini. Hakuna kufanya kazi. See that you stay home and work from home. Like, it's just 3 days of no work to mourn the people who have died, the children especially, and request the corporations to join us and that becomes like a week of mourning, because I feel like we are very quickly forgetting the people who've died, and they're becoming a statistic of this battle that we are in. I don't know what you guys think. I've just put up a tweet about that. So if you agree that it's something that we could do, just go on the tweet and engage with it, give your thoughts. I think 3 days is good. Maybe it could be more, maybe it could be less. It's just a suggestion that we take a couple days to mourn and grieve and honor the people who have fallen. And those days could also be a good time for us to reflect on what we want from this journey that we are embarking on. We are all very clear that we are not relenting, but we need to be smart and we need to be wise. We are dealing with somebody that's extremely dangerous. He lies all the time. We need to be safe, but we also need to liberate people. So the 3 days of mourning can be a time for personal reflection, and we should not even have spaces that time. No spaces, no pushing tags on Twitter, no, pushing stories like about this, all these things that we are talking about. We just sit and mourn and be in our fields and feel bad. If you want to meet with your friends to drink, meet with your friends to drink. But 3 days, national holiday of mourning and grieving and protesting the fallen heroes. Yeah, that's all I needed to say. Think about it. We can engage slowly over the weekend and, maybe decide. And I'm sure other people will give their views as well. And then we'll probably come up with a schedule that works. I want to thank you all so much for joining this space. I'm so sorry for the people who have not been able to add. I really do try to add as many people on my space as possible. If you've not been able to speak, I request you come to the next space, and we'll see if you'll be able to speak. I'm actually truly exhausted, and I'm very sorry for the people that I disappointed who were hoping to speak today. But I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you taking the time to come and listen and to give your views. And I wish you a good evening, good night, good day, wherever in the world you are. Asante.